when you got somebody visiting when you're doing a recording and production is upstairs, so she can't tell him put his phone on vibrate. On vibrate. My man over there, he done cooked the gourmet meal. He done set up a hibachi, all of this stuff over there in the background of the video.
Just received in our newsroom.
Oh my God, okay. Now we got segment number 3. Is the fan favorite question of the week. We got another. I gotta write some lyrics, yo. I gotta, hold on, you had that beat. Hit him with the slow chopper style. Chop, chop, chopper style. Chopper style. Chop,
hear that 808?
She won't. It was the boom.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it was the bottom of that for me. We got the fan favorite question of the week. What it is this week? Let me see. Oh, why do gays fall in love so fast and easy? Fast and easy. You know the joke is the second date they moving in for lesbians.
Uhaul Lesbians is what they call it.
Woo! Uhaul, there is a phrase.
There's a phrase.
Hashtag Uhaul Lesbians. Last week was gay for pay.
Gay for pay.
This week, Uhaul Lesbians. And you heard it here first. No, reporting on all things queer. Yo, so, okay, what does that look like? Why do we fall in love so easy? I'll say, I think because you have so much resistance, whether it's in the world, and people like me, you got it in church settings, you got it in family, it fosters this us against the world mentality. So when you already are not necessarily accepted, half the time you gotta hide it from somebody, or you gotta mask it, you gotta, dumb it down a little bit to make people comfortable. So then they don't realize, especially parents don't realize, they're pushing you closer to that person because now that's the only person that you have. So when you feel like you got one person on your team, you cling and you go. So that is what I think. I think it's the us against the world mentality. It makes you get closer, and you and especially women, you get the nesting in your mind, and you want to build a household. You want to really build something, and so you want to do it fairly quickly. And so that's it just be happening, child. We just be like, ooh. Oh, child, I think I love her. I think I love her. They be like, child, this your first date. All y'all did was order drinks, but I love her.
I love the way she sip on that growl.
But I love her. She like Moscato like me. I love her. What, girl?
I've known her all my life.
There's so much more required in a relationship. There's other things, but look how she wear them jeans. I love her.
And it's the same thing that attracts you, that you're so crazy about, gets in your damn nerves about 2 months, 3 months later. Then they move out, the alcohol lesbian.
Or you judging off of your last relationship, and whatever you didn't get in that relationship, you OD as soon as you see that trait in somebody else. So like you wasn't getting affection in the last one, and then somebody you dating, they all over you, they showing you all this attention, they touching you, they kissing you, they doing all this stuff. But then everything else they do is just raggedy and aggravating. But you gonna take that affection, girl, because you ain't get it before. That's crazy.
80-20.
80-20. What you think? Tell me what it is. Why we fall in love so fast and easy? We move quick, we move in. We be talking about babies, marriage.
Maybe it's the U-Haul lesbians. That's true. Like, you see it as evident. Right. We can almost make that a fact. Lesbians be rushing into things.
Period.
Perhaps it's the emotional aspect of the female. Perhaps. Okay. And when we get into that honeymoon stage, we feel like that's all in. This is forever. That honeymoon stage is magnified on 10,000. It's like, yo, this is forever. I'm done. Yeah. Marrying you. We are moving together. This is great. Yeah, and then when you start to see the people in
real life,
here we go. Now we got unhaul.
Yeah, you gotta go back.
I got a me-haul.
Hello, you gotta go back home for the honeymoon.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of one of the reasons. I never looked at it like from your perspective. I like that. I like that perspective as well.
Okay, so emotional connection, the fact that it brings you together
as a team.
Because I do feel like men move much slower. I feel like gay men move slower than lesbian females. I think a lot of times they'll be satisfied with the sexual element. Like they'll link up, they'll be like super cool and have a really good relationship, but it can start primarily sexual. It can be that for a while and there not really be feelings and all that stuff, where I think it's just a lot less likely for that to happen with females. Somebody gonna catch something.
We're not talking about STDs. You know, that's my possible.
I mean, that's always a risk. It's always a risk factor.
You could catch something like that. But
all right, even lesbians, don't be ignorant.
Please don't.
Like you can't get nothing.
You can't.
Okay.
Everything.
All right, let's be safe. And we ain't talking about COVID. We ain't talking about Coco. But okay. So emotional attachment for me is us against the world. So let's go ahead. We clinging. And then what'd you say?
Well, personally, I think a lot of people confuse in love with in lust. Okay, there's a big difference. You don't know people the first 2 weeks that you met them. People are going to give you their best foot forward when you meet them. Okay, smart people would anyway. I mean, if somebody showed you the worst side of them in the beginning, then that's just somebody you probably need to stay away from.
I've heard it called their representative.
Yes.
You send your representative.
Yes, it's the representative. So you need to get to know somebody at least 6 months before you kind of determine, oh yeah, this gonna be my forever bae. Okay, because it takes at least 6 months for a person to get comfortable with you, and then they start showing these traits that they've probably hidden from you. The honeymoon phase is over. They're not masking anymore. That's one of the terms they use in psychology. The mask. That mask is taken off because now they think, oh, I got you. You're in love with me. Now I can be my mean natural self.
Or you just around each other so much that they can't fake it for so long.
Right, a person can't be fake but so long, but 6 months is usually when that mask comes off.
And older folks, they say you got to know people in 4 seasons first.
That's right, yeah.
They say 4 seasons. So you shouldn't be doing nothing serious before a year is what older people say.
That's true.
And then what the bottom line I think we're getting at is you have to give things some time, because look at your job. Before you tapping into them benefits, they need to see your pattern 90 days, right?
Ooh.
And a trial run before we investing in you. We need to see you. You know what I mean? Look at things all together. Like look at things from a bigger perspective. Before you can matriculate in anything, it's typically a quarter. Everything works in quarters. 90 days, a quarter. So you need to give somebody some time. But I mean, the longer the better. 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, all seasons. I think what the older people mean by all seasons, people thinking probably winter, spring, summer, fall. No, you need to see seasons of life. That's
when you broke, when you got money, when you stressed out.
Handle pressure, like how do you handle being in an atmosphere with other, like you can't rush into that thing. You know what I mean? You need to give things some time.
You made me think of something. We oftentimes front load the benefits.
Right, that's
like
right.
We, as soon as we start dating, we front load all the benefits. Hey. Oh, I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be available all the times of day and night. And then after that 90 days, if that person decides this still ain't what I want, and you done front loaded all the benefits, we be mad.
Yeah, we be hurt.
We be hurt. Stop front loading them benefits, girl.
Or
sir,
ma'am.
Whichever one, or both. Listen. All are welcome here. Go ahead.
You also have the people who cook, clean, do all this stuff in the beginning and knowing damn well that's not what they do.
Ooh, and
so
keep it
then
up.
You mad when that 6 months is up. You're like, well, what happened to the chick that I first was with? And that's why I say they mask. Get to know a person. Everybody is probably going to show you the best part of them and the best part that's not really even them. In the beginning, because they want to woo you and get you in there and get you comfortable. And then they show their natural black ass. Okay? Or white or brown, whatever you may be.
Whatever color it is.
Whatever color it is. But, yeah.
Wow. So either you front load the benefits and they take off and then took all your goodness and you left bitter and hot and you struggling in the next relationship because now you trying to protect yourself from them doing it again. So then you don't even find balance. So you do the opposite. You offer nothing. Then they like, child, why you got this conversation? Like,
can I get through that wall?
Period. Or, like you just said, you front load the benefits knowing that you finna max out. at the 6-month period, and you ain't even gonna be that person no more. And they if they in love, then they halfway stuck with you. And you know, women got a whole lot of patience. I done seen women go through hardcore and keep the same nigga. I mean, what? What? I know there's more of us than there is them population-wise, but girl, you ain't gotta do that.
You know, some of them may feel I'd rather have somebody than nobody.
That's true. Or they've invested too much to forfeit all the benefits they front loaded. They ain't got nothing left.
Right. I put too much in this relationship. Let this go. No, that's toxic. That's toxic. No, you ain't gotta hold on that just because you've already put all this in there. There is somebody better. Better. You won't have to put up with that.
Facts. Or you stand with that person because you got the mindset you don't want them to enter into a new, healthier relationship with the things that you taught them. You want to be able to reap from what you've sown, but you will not always be able to reap from where you sow at. Like sometimes you sow and you reap elsewhere. So like you got to be okay with that.
That is good. That's a
you got to be, it's just a little. Look, the cash app. I'm playing. Yo, but that's the thing. So like, we gotta be okay with investments being investments. Not all investments turn out to be increased in that place. So that's why we gotta be wise. We gotta be wise. Don't tear your heart up, girl. Splitting it up for people and giving it to them. Keep it, girl. Let it heal. It's for somebody. They love you. They love you already. You gonna meet them. So. Let me see. Were there any other fan favorite questions of the week? I know y'all be hitting us up. Y'all be with the DM, the text message, with the comment. So we be making sure we coming down that list. And again, you know what I'm finna say. Like, share, comment, let us know what it do. And we here for you.
If you don't want us to know, if you don't want everybody to know what you're posting or the question or the comment, send it to us in email. moreorlesspodcast@gmail.com. Email us.
See? Come through with it, son. What else we got? We ain't got nothing impromptu.
I did have a question on someone asked, how do you know being masculine? Okay, people automatically assume you're gay. But how do we tell if a feminine chick is gay, and how do we approach them? How do you know who to approach? Because they don't look gay. How do you know who to approach?
Who answered first?
I don't remember anymore how to approach.
You've been in a relationship a long time.
I don't remember.
When you've been in a relationship a long time, you gotta get back up on game. Okay, I'll say for me, mine always started with some level of, I was about to say it always started with some level of friendship, but that's not necessarily true. How do you tell? Well, first of all, especially with women, you have to read body language. Like, women are not like men who like, oh yes, yeah, you real fine. Like, sometimes even if a woman is that direct, it might even be off-putting. Like, ooh, girl, you coming hard. But for a woman, it has to be finessed. So check body language, how she's talking to you. Is there any type of physical contact? A lot of times they'll drop hints like about their history. So I've had women that I thought were straight mention dating a female or something in the past, or they'll mention something super like gay friendly. Like I've even had a girl say something about like a gay show. I'm like, you watch that? And then that opens up conversation. You learn a little more. So I would say conversation, body language. It's always safer to try to befriend first if you can keep your feelings together. Because don't befriend them knowing you low-key falling in love with them and you don't even know if they even like the females, okay? Don't do that. But yeah, body language, conversation, all that. You cannot assume.
Right.
Not with a femme. Right. You can't.
Or make them like a girl.
Now there's that.
That's happened a lot.
Now there's that.
What
and make them like a girl.
Make them like a girl. Oh, make them want to.
Make them want. Yeah.
Okay.
Make them want.
Listen.
All right, and that's how that gay play start too. Come on, you make them like a female because you taking care of them. They're like, maybe I need to go upside
That's true.
No.
That's true. That's true. And how do you do? Don't you typically do that with like the befriending first? You get them real comfortable with the idea.
It does take that.
Yeah.
It does take that.
It takes takes some massage.
It takes
not literally. Well, maybe, but it takes some massage. Okay.
You gotta do a lot of seed planting, and then you gotta water that hoe. You know what I mean? Then it sprouts.
Is the hoe the plant? Can we just say the hoe was the plant, not the woman? The hoe was the plant. She meant the plant is the hoe. Okay. All right.
No, you use the hoe to cultivate the plant. Get the weeds out. The garden tool hoe. Not the woman hoe.
That's
the garden tool hoe.
Not the woman hoe. Right. But you know what? Right.
This is PG.
But you also know that you might not even be, you may just be uncovering a seed that was already there. Because honestly, when it comes to attraction, I don't believe we be giving people attractions they didn't already have.
It had to have been.
But now, I know for some women who are straight or, right now or whatever the case may be, it takes them seeing a particular woman that they actually are attracted to. So it has to be the perfect type. So whether it's you a little bit aggressive, but you look like a girl, or they need one that is that looks masculine, but that's real feminine and real feely and has a lot of emotion. Like, there's something they're looking for, and when they find it, then they be all in. That's where you see women who have never dated a woman before, but then they marry a chick or something. Like, and they be like, "Girl, you ain't even dated before? Like, how you know you love her?" It was her. It was her. I believe that's possible. Absolutely.
Except with men. Right? Because we talked about that last week. If a man has done anything with a man, he's gay forever.
They're not gonna let it be. They're not gonna let you be by.
To the other side.
Y'all got to let them be by. If they are honest, you got to let them be. You don't criticize them, but you just have to decide if you are cool with it. And if you ain't gonna be in the bed scared that he gonna call you Robert.
Why gotta be Robert?
I just thought of a very male name. You had it. Not the Pied Piper. Not the Pied Piper. #Kills.
So is it levels to it? Like, so say a dude only let a dude give him head.
Like in prison.
Absolutely. I believe there's levels. I believe there's levels.
Yeah.
I think a dude could even still be straight and receive oral in certain situations, because I do understand that the biology and the nature sometimes is what's more important in that moment. Like, it's a need for release.
But if they got their butt done.
Period. Period. You can't even tell me you bi if you bi. Like, you can't even tell me that. My gay male friends know, don't tell me nothing about you being bi if you're a bottom. I'm sorry.
A bottom can't be bi?
I don't think
I know some bottom bis.
You can't be a bottom and get
Is that new hashtag bottom bis?
But they're
bottom bis.
Bottom bis.
Our gay male homies, we need you to talk to us about these bottom bis.
We gotta get some men on the show. We gotta bring men on the show.
Okay, we gotta start a series. We gotta start a visitor series. We gonna start bringing some of y'all on. If you really think you got a dope perspective that you can add, drop a comment and we'll you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You a bottom bi? Go ahead and hit us in the inbox.
Because you know their spot is in their butthole anyway.
Right,
yeah.
right.
That's where male.
The P spot.
Yeah, isn't the G spot?
The P
spot is in his
well, they call it a P spot because it's near the prostate.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So for women,
y'all know why balls are wrinkled?
Why?
Well, I want to know. I ain't even want to ask, but I want to know now because it has to expand and fill up. And then
it's because this is dead ass. It's because, like, you see where the sack sits. It's right.
Be ready for the mute button, right? Okay. Be ready for the beat, because you know everything come out her mouth.
She knows she gonna have to go through this episode and beep. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
The balls are like right.
Oh my God! Why are you doing with your hands?
They're right.
It's the hand motion that I can't take.
They're right.
Okay, stop holding them. You clenching them and stuff. You clenching them. You're clenching them.
They're right next to the asshole.
Right.
So they go like that.
I knew you were gonna say some stupid shit. I
just knew it was gonna be biologically sound. Like, I just knew we was finna learn. You know what?
Because I was going to say, well, how come the coochie lips ain't wrinkled? Can I say coochie lips?
You already did. You already did. Twice.
Vulva.
We are completely sober, and I promise that this is tea. But this will happen when we bring you to the couch. When we bring you to the couch, it's a different situation because we ain't in the public. Listen.
And first of all, I want to say before we go any further,
go ahead.
There's a reason why I'm in my pajamas. Okay.
Oh, talk about it.
It is early in the morning, and they know on my day off, Kat does not get up
We
early
morning
to do anything.
We
They're morning
spry.
people. I am not. So I told them if we're gonna be up at 6 a.m., I'm rolling right out of bed and rolling on up.
You're not gonna lie. These people said 6 a.m.
Bitch, it's 6 a.m. somewhere.
It's 6 a.m. in Pacific time.
Well, 9 o'clock is early enough, okay? So I'm putting on my PJs, got my mini turtles on, my feet out, threw my hat on, because my hair nappy at this moment.
Girl,
my hair cut till later.
She already told the people out here she ain't had no haircut in 3 weeks. She told the people.
Yeah,
it is growing.
It's something up under here. I'm trying to tell you.
I understand.
It looked like the balls.
It's all
It's like nappy.
I'm so weak.
But back to what we were talking about.
Listen. Look. What we was talking about is we gonna bring some of y'all on here to be part of this here. This here carrying on. We need y'all to be part of some of this carrying on. Cause some of these topics we can't speak to. So we want gay men perspective, we want straight men's perspective, we want straight girl perspective, we want trans, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're gonna do trans male and trans female because that's a whole different journey, whole different struggles and all that stuff. Oh, Bruno just got washed. He just came. He wanted to get on camera.
Hello.
He's on camera. Come on, child. You done came. You done interrupted. He wet, y'all. He look crazy. He look crazy. Look at him.
He look like a little teddy bear.
Look at him.
Teddy bear. He just wanted to get on.
Hey,
We need a dog's perspective.
Hey,
We need a dog's perspective.
we're gonna have to have a puppy date.
Hey, Bruno.
We're gonna have. Oh, shit. Too quick. He,
There you go.
He dramatic, child. He dramatic. He dramatic. He a Leo. No, I'm playing.
He's
not.
He gave me
He gave for. He think you a rug. You trying to dry up. I believe this concludes the More or Less podcast. We love you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that. We love you. Let us know what you want from us. Go to the YouTube. If this is Instagram and you see it on a little clip, I need you to go to the YouTube. If you're at the YouTube, I need you to click the little bell thing. Ain't there the bell?
The little sack.
The subscribe. This is your reminder. This is to remind you to follow, share, and all of that. Because the larger the audience, the more perspectives we can get, the more stuff we can cover, and the more representation we have. We all about that representation. So we love you. What say ye, Cat?
Uh-oh, blackout.
Ooh.
They saw the hair.